In a lot of churches throughout the world, Christianity has become an old tune to which we have all learned to dance without giving much thought to where the tune came from. We sing the worship songs every morning like they were well-rehearsed answers to job interview questions, and our prayers are often fine-tuned mechanical chants, reeking of obligation but lacking in reality. We can cite passages of the Bible with the same well-educated ease a child recites a 100-year-old poem in the schoolroom, but not bother to allow them to penetrate us. With all the practice and all the rehearsal, we at times move too quickly past the deeper meanings of the songs, prayers, and scripture. A while ago, I was thinking of the scene in a Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, where Ebenezer Scrooge quips at his nephew, "If I had my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart." Now, I must have heard mean old Scrooge utter that line nearly 1,000 times throughout my life while watching the unending number of films based on Dickens' classic, when for the first time I suddenly realized how humorous Scrooge's comment actually was. When you actually picture what he is saying and understand the references of holly and pudding in connection to Christmas traditions, you understand how downright hilarious his bleak sarcasm is. It is, in fact, probably one of the funniest one-liners ever uttered in English literature. Unfortunately, the famous line's reputation preceded it so much that I passed it in silence without even a snicker. Completely missing that the line was supposed to be funny, I just kind of expected Scrooge to say it, because it was what he said every year. It was like a liturgy that Christmas carols expected to repeat. Like Shakespeare quotes or cliched Aesop morals, we recognize and expect them to be there, but we don't often spend enough time thinking what they mean because they've become such old hat. Being so used to hearing it, I didn't even stop to realize that I didn't get it. I think a lot of we Christians treat prayer and scripture in a similar way. How many of us have comfortably mouthed the love chapter of 1 Corinthians 13 without even considering the difficulties it would present if we actually tried to live it out? How often do we sing "Blessed be the name" without contemplating the beautiful meanings of who the name is and why he is blessed? Is it not safe to say we too often quote John 3:16 without so much as a picture of Christ's broken, bruised, and sacrificed body crossing our minds? When the Christian life is reduced to obligatory routine, we suck out all the life and meaning it offers. Christianity is a religion of a fulfilled life and a deep spiritual unity with Christ. Treating that relationship with predictable words and casual routine would be like visiting your best friend once a week at 10 a.m. to give him the exact same compliments, have the exact same conversation, and eat the exact same meal while watching the exact same football game you watched them the week before going on your merry way, no longer giving him a moment's thought until your next meeting in which you do it all again. I'm not sure about you, but if I was that friend, my feelings would be very hurt. When it comes to our behavior toward our walk with Christ, we give God's enduring patience too little credit. I encourage the listener, and myself for that matter, to actually give some thought to the words we sing at church this morning. When we read our Bibles, let's actually give those childhood memory verses a chance to actually mean something, allowing our walk to revitalize and grow us as God intended.